neon lights, high-speed chases, and cyberpunk katana slashing action on its finest. I am Locke, and this is Maya, the channel where I review stuff in 2 minutes and then explain why in less than 20. Katana Zero is one of the best indie titles of last year. Its full-octane action scenes remind me a lot of Hotline Miami. Unfortunately, the action is often stopped by the game's weird and mystery-filled story. Katana Zero is filled with some of the great gameplay tropes in action games. The main mechanic of the game is bullet time and fast restarting levels once you die. Zero, our main character, is addicted to Chronos, a drug that makes the user predict the future, and that's how they explain respawning in-game. You dying 25 times before a success is just Zero living multiple realities until you finally get it right. It also explains the bullet time mechanic, as Chronos users manipulate time at will and move faster than the eye can see. That enables you to ricochet bullets, kill enemies from weird angles, and do things that are next to impossible to do without bullet time. But the fun part is that they are possible, and also challenging. And after you finish the game, you gain access to the speedrun mode, where the game goes straight into the action. The sword slashing mechanics are amazing here. You can slash in 8 directions with your sword by holding the direction button, both on the ground and on the air. This enables you for some pretty aerial and fast combos. It also enables approach from all directions due to the amazing level design. Story-wise, this game is up there with Hotline Miami in having its head up its ass for most of it. Zero is an amnesiac super soldier turned into a serial killer, and the game makes sure that you kill everyone everywhere. There's no stealth option on 99% of levels, and that gives out the feeling that Katana Zero wants you to follow on its rails. But there are good parts in there too. Zero's relationship with his neighbor's daughter brings some really heartwarming scenes throughout the game, and the future war also looks pretty interesting. Unfortunately, those plot points are left pretty much untouched through the game's short length. They leave them to Katana Zero 2 in a terrible cliffhanger at the end. I do believe that was an interesting choice, launching a first in a series as a cliffhanger. At least it shows that developers have some balls. The game is published by Devolver, like the rest of ultra-violent, lo-fi punk action indie games out there. And I'd say that it has that Devolver DNA in the gameplay, but especially in the music. Graphically, Katana Zero is splendid. It has amazing sprite work and some great shaders for lighting. It never falls flat or feels overused. Even though the enemy variety is small, they have some procedural elements like interchangeable heads, hairstyles, or armor parts. The map design is well thought. It visually makes the player feel free on how to engage battles, and the art works very well with the overall design of the game. The game rewards exploration with new and fun ways of saving bullet time cooldown and engaging combat from a wide variety of angles. That can make the carnage feel faster and even more satisfying. Katana Zero's soundtrack is amazing. No wonder Zero starts every action scene by turning his iPod on. The OST is very chill. It has that cyber vibe to it without being too artificial. I often find myself listening to it on Spotify these days while cooking or working out, and it works pretty well for both. It has some of the best songs for action games out there. Katana Zero is pretty short, but it gives you some challenges after game end. You can play as other characters and make speedruns with them. It wants you to play more of its fun and rewarding moments, but it's hard to forget how much Katana Zero wastes with its bizarre storytelling techniques. The game constantly gives you choices but never really shows that your choices matter, and although that ends up building your vision of Zero, it ends up not doing much for the rest of his relationships. The game alters each character slightly through a secret meter inside of it, but ends up in the same cliffhanger with mostly the same unanswered questions. I rate Katana Zero an 8 out of 10. The game is a great beginning for a series, but its lack of focus and derivative plot points and mechanics are a hindrance to the whole experience. It is a good indie game to waste a Sunday afternoon on, and after you finish it once, it can deliver some quick action on a bus or flight with the Nintendo Switch version. The gameplay is very satisfying though, and it saves the game from turning into a boring experience. After your last cut, you will feel the need to come back to it and try some more approaches. It's a shame that it's so limited. A map builder would add greatness to it. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe for more weekly content. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.